Hey guys, here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 4, The Killer Within. Um, Obviously, if you haven't watched the episode, don't watch this video because it will contain spoilers. Go watch the episode, come back, watch the video. Okay, so I just finished watching the episode myself, and all I have to say is basically, holy shit, what an episode. Completely blown away. One of the best I'm going to say the best episode of season 3 so far, and probably the best. I'm going to go out there and say the best episode since the pilot episode. It was that good to me. Amazing episode. For those of you, if you're watching this, you obviously know the general storyline. Walkers have been let out inside the prison, and yeah, sorry, I'm still in shock over this. The group gets severed, basically. T-Dog, as spoilers earlier in the week came up about two people dying in this episode that were actually proven to be correct. T-Dog was bitten in the shoulder, and he saved Carol, gave her the chance to escape, and then he was killed in pretty gruesome fashion. We didn't actually see the majority of his death, but we saw his body later on, and it was pretty torn up, which was pretty brutal. What else was there? The other death, which I can't wait to not talk about it. Laurie, she's gone. She's dead. It's happened. Didn't happen like it did in the comic books, which was she was killed by Woodbury soldiers, died during childbirth, which was a very different touch. I can't say I was actually expecting it, before I heard the rumours, which turned out to be true, so I didn't expect her to die that way, but she did, and only 4 episodes into Season 3, so the writers have really gotten the shock value with this episode so early on in the season, and I think it's just going to draw a lot of viewers in now that Laurie, who is, let's face it, universally hated in the Walking Dead universe by the fans, that she's finally gone. A lot of people are going to be happy. One thing I will say, but no matter how much you hated this woman, you cannot deny that when she died, that was absolutely heart-wrenching. I myself don't like the character of Laurie. Sarah Wayne Callies, she's a good actress, and she portrays Laurie very well. That she's a bitch, she's not a good mother. But that last scene between her and Carl, the little exchange they have before Maggie cuts her open, that was absolutely heartbreaking to watch. I don't usually get choked up over things, and I was on the verge of getting choked up. What else was there? The culprit of letting the walkers into the prison revealed to be Andrew. So a lot of people picked that one right up the bat, which I kind of expected. The one thing I'm just not 100% on is just because it was Andrew doing all that shit, that does mean it was him that was watching Carol at the end of the other episode. Right? That's what I was thinking anyway, but it never explicitly stated it, so is there someone else out there watching them, or is there not? Was it Andrew? That's the only thing I'm a tiny bit confused on, but I'm 70% sure that it was Andrew. What else was there to talk about in this episode? Axel and Oscar. I'm not going to say they're in the group right now, but they're definitely on their way. Oscar pretty much redeemed himself, I'd say, in Rick's eyes by killing Andrew when he had the chance to kill Rick, and he didn't. So yeah, Oscar and Axel are on their way in. What else was there? Oh, also, it was the fact that Carl killed Laurie, shot Laurie in the head while she was already dead to prevent her from coming back, I think that was a really good touch by the writers, because it just goes to show how fast Carl is growing up in this world, because you got to remember that Carl also killed Shane when he came back as a zombie, and now he's killed his own mother as well. That's a lot for a 13-year-old to take in, so that's really amazing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was in Woodbury. We didn't see too much of Woodbury this episode. Well, a little bit, but Andrea and Michonne are about to leave. Well, Andrea doesn't want to leave. Michonne does. It was nice to see a little bit more of Michonne in this episode. She only really got one scene two scenes to shine, really. But her exchange with the governor was good. We actually got to see her speak more than 3 sentences, which was good. I just feel like they're not doing much with her at the moment. It's a bit annoying. I want them to really actually put her into this show, but they're really not just yet. I really hope they expand on her a lot more. It's sort of been the Andrea show at the moment. I'm hoping it becomes more Michonne, because I prefer Michonne over Andrea. Yeah, the governor and Merle, not a lot to say about in this episode. Merle wants to go find his brother. The governor's a bit wary about letting him go. So, yeah. But all in all, just a amazing episode. Second best of the whole series, first being the pilot. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything else I really have to say. Oh, one thing. Where's Carol? She's gone. Is she somewhere in the prison? Daryl said that she didn't make it, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. We didn't see a body. Just the same as Andrew, like I said, and he came back. So Carol's definitely going to be coming back at some point. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this episode. I don't know, I've done this really quickly. I usually don't do a video this quick, but this episode was that good that I just had to kind of put it straight up. So, final thoughts on this episode. Ecstatic at the death of Laurie. I am saddened by the death of T-Dog. He didn't do much, but, you know, he was always there, and it was just... It was nice having him around, and I'm going to miss him, I'm going to admit. Axel and Oscar joining the group. I'm happy about that. I can't wait for them to get more integrated into it, and I'm glad that they're doing something with Oscar. I expected him to be a lot more background sort of character, kind of like Jimmy from Season 2, but like I'm glad he's actually doing something. He's actually been really doing more than Axel, who is the character straight from the comics, which is a bit weird, so that's good. What else? Andrew being the culprit, that was a nice touch. It was good to see him come back. They gave closure on that really well. Yeah, I don't know. Just a really good episode. Definitely... I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10. I don't really believe in giving 10 out of 10s. I gave last week's episode a 9 out of 10, so I'd have to say a 9.5 out of 10 for this one. The pilot episode would be like a 9.75 or something. I don't know. But yeah, okay, so that's about all I got to say for this week. I will be doing another video real shortly about predictions for what to expect on next week's episode called Say the Word, I think. I'm not sure right now. But yeah, Season 3, Episode 5, that should be up shortly. So check that out. And okay, that's about all I have to say, so I'll see you guys later and tune in next week.